As I kept hearing the three speakers, my own thoughts were getting a little more crystallized. One of the first questions which came in my mind was this idea of excellence. How do you define excellence? Especially when Anita narrated her story of a father asking, is this all? I mean, is there something higher than that kind of a thing? So when do you actually recognize a child or the organization or your team or whatever? I mean, like, who decides, who defines, how do you measure? Do you measure the process? Do you measure the product? Or you measure the company's financials? How important is external validation? How important is internal satisfaction? And is this entire quest for excellence at times becoming a crippling experience rather than a liberating experience? Unless it is a liberating experience, you don't create nakamukas of the kind that you dish out over there. I mean, and it's as important in the, I assume, in a port company as it is in an advertising company. I don't think if you make the quest for excellence a crippling experience, you will unleash the spirit of the people around you. That's the biggest challenge of the bio network. And the other questions which in fact, Anita's thing only triggered this, and both the speeches added to that. If I were to add my own personal experience of the last 17 years, we've always constantly wrestled with the idea of who are we as a company. You know, what is Marfa? Okay, like some of the people are here who will know, who are associated with this quest. To me, I think this quest for excellence has a lot to do with the quest for identity. You know, who are you? I mean, and in the last 10 years, 15 years, if you were to look at I think many of us have been touched by mergers and acquisitions, JWT, we, and many people who are sitting around. I think in this age where organizations change their identities, partly because of the internal drive, partly also because of the way the market works at this point in time. To me, the beginning point is really identity, in the sense, who are we kind of a thing. And to me, working with identity at the level of the individual, at the level of the team, at the level of the organization, to me is a prime starting point for the quest for excellence. See, one is the leader comes and says, boss, this is excellence. We'll need to win Malcolm Baldrige. We'll need to win the Cannes Award or whatever, or we'll need to become the best NGO in town. You always have these. Huh? Yeah, we already are. Okay, we already are. Okay, fine. You see, like, I still remember the three girls who came and met me. You know, I'm telling you, about 17 years back, exactly in the first year end of our finishing off our first financial year, there were three nice young girls who came and met me. One of them used to work for me at that time. And all that the three girls wanted to do was something very different. And they'd all done MSW. And they didn't have a name for the institution they wanted to create. But they wanted to do something to get these people off the street. Nothing they had at that time other than saying that so many people are wandering around the streets of Madras who were good people, who were not mentally affected currently, but they're still on the streets because no one wants to take them into their families. Okay, that's all that the idea that they had. And we were one of the first contributors to the idea of Banyan. And when I look at this, and today I see a CEO who comes, David Nash, talking about, what Banyan is and what it should be, and excellence in the context of Banyan and things like that. My own question left with me, whether it's an NGO or whether it's a company, somewhere I think the idea of identity, I am this, is very important before the idea of excellence and the path of excellence and the quality accreditations happen. That's the only thing I like to say. For instance, for my own personal journey over Morpha, the identity of will we do this, will we not do this, how well we do this comes secondary. To me, I think who are we is a question which is very central to this entire quest for excellence. And when you start defining the owners of excellence, that's the second part. One is the identity of an organization. Two is the who owns this entire excellence. In the sense, whether it's, as Anita said, let me get those anchors, three of them, who will hold this excellence. And let me convince others, or let me take them along. Let me do something. As you said, harness people for strategy. In many ways, you say like they're where they are, but I want to somehow harness their energies into achieving my strategy. So, who are these people who are the owners of excellence in the organization? To me, that's the second question I like to keep. And then third is definition of excellence. How do I define excellence? In my industry, for instance, oftentimes you don't even know what's the turnover of the companies in the industry, not as neatly as 50,550 vessels carrying, so many things, and my market share is so much kind of a thing. And many industries are like that. Oftentimes, external validation of the numbers kind, it's not very easy to come by. Okay. External validation of the quality accreditations, which is normally more on the process accreditation rather than the numbers, have started coming. Okay, now always quote the example of a very major industrialist who got arrested recently, who got almost every award on earth. Okay, but somehow within 1 year, everybody was reviling. The same papers were reviling him and things like that. So what is the nature of external accreditations, the external pegs that we will keep in place? Is there a place for excellence in not only the process, but also excellence in ethics, excellence in morality, excellence in many of those things which are institutional parameters, not organizational parameters? Is there a role for that in excellence? To my mind, it does. It does add a lot to the identity of the individual who pursues excellence. In my view, this entire idea of excellence being a concept which encompasses what I do, which encompasses what I am, who I am, and it encompasses also who recognizes me, for what do they recognize me for. It, to my mind, is a very, very integrated concept. And you will never be able to harness your people for strategy unless you co-evolve with them, who you are, what you are, and a whole lot of other things. In my view, if you don't do that, at least in the Indian context, if you don't do that, I don't see a permanent quest for excellence really getting rooted in the soil. It's almost like, this soil being exploited versus soil getting treated, tended, blossoming into something better. In my view, this is my idea of excellence. The bio network, which is really the soil that one is talking about. If you, at the end of the excellence journey, needs to leave the soil lively and generative, I think you'll need to figure out a way by which excellence is not seen as a concept where at the end of the day you achieve a product, achieve one recognition kind of a thing. But it starts with questions of who am I? It follows up with questions on what do I do? And it goes on to say how I do what I do. In my view, excellence is a very holistic concept.